The four methods that people use to get rich with real estate. Before I get started, hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button and notification bell next to it so that you will not miss an episode. Number one, equity. So when you buy a property, this is your tenant that is actually paying down the debt. So you use the rent that they're getting. Some of that is profit. Some of that you use to pay down the debt. So it's actually the tenant that is paying down the debt. And with time, as that debt gets lower and lower, you're building up equity in the property. So the equity is actually what is building your net worth. And this is cash that you can actually get access to. Right? Generally, people take out the equity, the home, and use it for other things. Um, Buying more homes, for example, buying a business, for example. But this equity is another way to get access to cash. And you're building equity when you have rental property. So that's number one, equity. How much equity are you building? Number two, tax savings. So in the world of real estate, you are saving on taxes. So you can actually write off different types of expenses if you own property. Um, Seek your accountant. This is not financial advice. However, the types of things that are generally written off are repairs and maintenance, for example, home office, for example, and car, for example, if you're using your car to travel back and forth to the property. So, using your car is a work related expense. So, those are some of the things that can be written off if you own property. But this is a great way to save taxes, and that is generally why some people do real estate. You're saving taxes. Number three, cash flow. Cash flow. So, cash flow is generally the reason why um, a lot of real estate investors are investing. You're investing for cash flow. When you buy a property, it's very important to make sure that this property is going to leave you with a profit. And then that comes down to analyzing the property correctly. So, cash flow. And then lastly, appreciation. Appreciation is increasing the value of your home over time. So, for example, say you start off with a rental property that is $50,000. A few years later, it's 80,000. Now it's worth 100,000. Now it's worth 120,000. And so this appreciation is building your wealth. There's also something called forced appreciation. Forced appreciation comes with if you choose to do improvements to improve the house. So you have forced appreciation, and then you also have natural appreciation. And so these are the four methods that people use to get rich with real estate. This is why real estate is such an important asset class. Some people choose to do real estate, other people don't care for real estate. And that's really up to you. That's really your option. There are other things that do pay more than real estate. For example, if you get into certain businesses, there's certain if you can find the franchise, all of this is hush hush. There are franchises out here that you probably drive by every day and don't even notice them. And they pay like $1 million a year. However, when it comes to real estate, it's better to do it than to not do anything. So Building assets is very important. Whether you choose real estate, whether you choose business, whether you choose the stock market, buying assets is very important if you are at all interested in building wealth. And so, everyone is not interested in building wealth. Um, some people just don't have an interest in that. And then other people are just not aware. So it's due to a level of unconsciousness. And I believe that that's done purposefully because it's something that is not taught in school. So you spend all these years in school, and has anyone taught you anything about assets? So you go your first year in kindergarten. You could have learned about assets in kindergarten. You know, kids are very smart, right? You could have learned about what an asset is in kindergarten. Then you go all the way through elementary school, nothing about assets. You go all the way through high school, nothing about assets. You go all the way through college, nothing about assets. And that's how most society is, and that's how they want it to be. So there's some people watching me that are already at their destination, and then other people are on the journey. And then you have some people that are, well, a whole lot of people that are unconscious. And then you have other people that know, but it's just not their interest. All right. So which one are you? Which one are you? So those are the 4 methods that people use to get rich with real estate. One reason why it's an important asset class. However, like I said before, if you choose not to do it, other asset classes are fine as well. Business, for example, um, some businesses make millions of dollars a year. Stock market, for example, it's really a good idea to have your hand in all of it if you can. But it's your choice. All right. Depends on your interests. So, talking about interests, if anybody watching me is interested in buying real estate, check out the link below. Join the wait list for the real estate group. Feel free to leave your comments below. And men, check out the hat collection. It will be in the pin link. And let me know what you think about it. I pretty much have an idea of what you think about it already. But I get a feeling if you keep seeing something over and over again, maybe you'll think about it. Maybe you'll consider it. What do you think? So men, check out the hat collection. And don't forget, on your way out, I need you to hit that like button. That helps the channel so that YouTube will push the channel out so that more people can see the channel. If you're not a subscriber, I need you to hit that subscribe button and notification bell next to it so that you will not miss an episode. Just to recap, the 4 methods that people use to build wealth with real estate. You have your equity, you have tax savings, you have cash flow, and you have appreciation. So you have all these 4 things working in your favor if and when you choose to get into the world of real estate. Equity, tax savings, cash flow, appreciation. All right. So thank you for watching, everyone. On your way out, don't forget to hit this like button And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.